Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you are all doing good. Today, we will look at a prose from our literature. All of you take your literature textbook. Okay? Chapter 2 The Pixie in the Pond. The Pixie. How do you read the word? Pixie. Pixie means what? A small imaginary creature with pointed ears and magical powers. Clear? You must know what is a pixie. Pixie is a small imaginary creature with pointed ears and magical powers. The story that we are going to study is taken from the novel The Pixie in the Pond, written by Enid Blyton. Who is the author? Enid Blyton. Let's see how a little pixie named Whistle. What is the name of the pixie here? Whistle. We are going to see how Whistle makes a new friend. Shall we read the prose? Let's get started. Once upon a time, there was a small pixie called Whistle. He was always whistling merrily. He lived with his mother and father in a little toadstool house not far from a big pond. It was a lonely house and there was no one around for Whistle to play with. As I said earlier, the name of the pixie is Whistle. He lived with his father and mother in a little toadstool. Toadstool means inedible mushroom or poisonous mushroom. Clear? The pixie Whistle, he felt lonely because he had no one to play with. Means he had no friends. Let's continue reading. I am very lonely, mother, Whistle said a dozen times a day. I wish I could play with the field mice. They want to show me their tunnels under the roots of the oak tree. Pixie asked his mother whether he could make friends with field mice. Field mice is a plural form of field mouse. Clear? No, Whistle, said his mother firmly. The last time you went to see a mouse nest, you got lost underground, and I had to pay 3 moles to go and look for you. You are not to play with the field mice. We see here the mother doesn't allow Whistle to play with field mice because some days back he wanted to see a mouse nest and he got lost under the ground. Mother had to pay 3 moles. Moles means big rats to go and look for Whistle. So mother did not allow Whistle to make any friends with field mice. Clear? Move to the next paragraph. Well, can I play with the hedgehog then? Asked Whistle. He is a good fellow for running about with me in the fields. Certainly not, said his mother. His bristles would tear your nice clothes to pieces. Now run out and play by yourself. Whistle. And don't worry me any more. Here, mother tells you cannot make friends with hedgehog. The reason that she gives, the prickles of hedgehog would tear your nice clothes into pieces. So you should not go out and make friends with hedgehog. And please stop worrying me any more, she said. He ran off to the pond. He liked to watch the big dragonflies there. They were nearly as big as he was. It was while he was watching the dragonflies that he saw a merry little head poking out of the water nearby, watching the dragonflies too. Whistle stared in surprise. He didn't know there was anybody else near. And here was a little pixie in the pond, a pixie about as small as himself too. The mother instructed Pixie to not make friends with anyone else. She asked him to play for himself. So Pixie ran off to the pond. There he watched the big dragonflies and enjoyed a lot. While he was watching the dragonflies flying merrily in the sky, He saw something very surprising in the pond. What was it? It was the head of another pixie. It was the head of another pixie. Hello, said Whistle. Who are you? I am Splash. The water pixie, said the little fellow climbing out of the water and sitting beside Whistle. Whistle asked the little creature, who are you? Then the pixie said, I am Splash, the water pixie. They both of them sat together and talked for a while. I live in the pond with my father and mother. We only came here last week. I didn't think there was anyone for me to play with. And now I have found you. What luck! I am so pleased, said Whistle. My name is Whistle. We can play together every day. Both of them introduced themselves to each other. Splash said they just came recently and thought that there was no one to play with. Come into the water and I will teach you to swim, said Splash, because Splash is a water pixie. Come and sit by me, Splash, and I will teach you to whistle, replied Whistle. So Whistle is good at in whistling and Splash is good at in swimming. So both of them told that they would teach each other whistling and swimming. So Whistle sat by Splash in the sun and taught his friend to whistle loudly. By the time the dinner hour came, Splash could whistle like a blackbird. The two pixies said goodbye and each ran off to his dinner. Whistle taught Splash how to whistle, and they both parted for their dinner. On returning home, Whistle told his mother, I have found a friend to play with. It is a water pixie called Splash. Indeed, said his mother. Well, just remember this, Whistle. You are not to play with water pixies at all. You will only get muddy and wet, and I won't have it. Whistle said no more. He knew it was no use, but he was very sad. Mother did not appreciate their friendship. Splash and Whistle discouraged him, but Whistle knew that there was no use to argue, so he gave up. But he was very sad. Okay, children, hope you understood up to this. We will see the rest of the story in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye bye.